I am so tired of crying while watching this movie, but it was so worth it. I just wish I brought tissues instead of snotting into my shirt. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Mira and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you guys are doing well and be prepared for some of the most awesomest yet probably most heart-wrenching fangirl that I've ever done ever for this movie, because today we'll be talking about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Before we delve further into the movie itself, for all of you Marvel Cinematic Universe fans out there, let's be honest. Let's open it up. Phase 4 isn't exactly cutting it compared to the previous movies that we all know and love. Eternals was way out there. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness missed the point. Thor Love and Thunder should be more than just a comedic adventure, ended in a bittersweet disaster. Some of the movies are good, but still, nothing compared to whenever we got excited whenever an MCU movie is released, at least before Phase 4. So of course, we became more cautious with the timeline. Will the next movie be a godsend, or will it be a disaster? Upon purchasing a ticket for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I have the same thought. But knowing the history behind the production and how it connects to Chadwick Boseman's passing, I sort of had my own expectations for this movie. And it was a different expectations compared to the other Phase 4 movies. And after watching it, I have to admit, I was blown away. Part way to the moon and back. Maybe I went to the moon, but I didn't feel it because I was so overjoyed by the movie itself. It did not really surpass my expectations, but I have to admit, it made me regain some confidence for future Marvel movies. But before, I fangirl and talk further about the movie, as usual, a short synopsis. With all that is happening in Wakanda and the world, the key players of this story is struggling to keep a kingdom intact, especially when they have to deal with unknown forces that could be even greater than Wakanda itself. King T'Challa is dead, leaving Wakanda in the hands of Queen Ramona and Princess Shuri, where they, with other prominent characters such as M'Baku Okoye and the rest of Dora Milaje, need to band together to make sure that Wakanda forges ahead and able to set a new path for their beloved kingdom. That's all I can say without spoiling anything. I will try my best to contain myself for this next part, but I will say that it's going to be very hard. My hope for the last Marvel movie of the year is very simple. That it can redeem all the bad things that happen with Phase 4 movies. I hate to be disappointed with a franchise that I adore for years. It broke my heart movie after movies that I saw within this year, I think, and the year before, I believe. It's just, oh god, it is hurtful. So even though I was anxious, I decided to risk my worry and watch the movie in the theaters. Thankfully, I did not regret that decision whatsoever. I heard this sentence from a friend of mine, but I think it summed up the movie quite perfectly. Black Panther Wakanda Forever serves as a great love letter to one and only Chadwick Boseman. Even though he is not here anymore, I felt his presence everywhere, in each important event and conversation that happened. And the emotions that I felt thanks to his passings were real. And the emotions that I felt thanks to his passing were real. For me, Ryan Coogler dug deep and basically display everything in the open. The anguish, the anger, the pain, the sadness, I felt them all. I'm serious about bringing a lot of tissues. I think you guys might need it. And then there's Namor. I did a little bit of research and found out that I think he's the first anti-hero and also one of the first mutants in the Marvel universe. And I believe that the depiction of him in this movie is spot on. At least when it comes to his personality, his upbringing, and his motivation to do what he does. I can sense that he would be an interesting character for the next phase of this universe. To be honest, I don't focus much on the world building and the action scenes, even though there's quite a lot of them. For me, they serve their purpose to propel the story forward and to push the emotional buttons of the audience. That and the songs that they were playing, they're just... oh my god. I was, however, a little bit concerned that the red line connecting all the dots is King T'Challa. And if he was still here, things might not be as emotional and comes out a little bit different. Good different or bad different, I don't know. But nevertheless, whatever it is that I said before, I am happy about this movie and I hope the spirit continues on. Now for the full spoiler. Oh my god. Okay. First things first, I feel for Shuri. I really do. This is the girl who can virtually do anything, yet she can't save her own brother from an illness. The same girl that repair and heal a broken spine overnight. Or even less than that. If I was Shuri, I would be gutted inside. So I understand why she behaved like she was in the movie. I am glad that this movie could show how angry she was. And how when she gained her power, she actually really accomplishes nothing. Only when she decided to spare Namor, her true Black Panther spirit appeared. Her journey was different that of T'Challa or Jadaka, and that difference is what makes her unique. But is she the best Black Panther? I don't know. So many questions still left unanswered with Shuri, since she's so young and already can do so much. I am unsure if she'd rather be with her technology or if she can also lead a nation, because she essentially the last royalty or royals that is alive, right? But her journey in this movie is real, and I appreciate that the movie makers can depict that. Then there's Queen Ramonda. Gosh, when she lost it, while Okoye informed her about losing her only daughter.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
My tears just flows out non-stop because what she said was true. She can be the leader of a fearless nation, yet she's the one that lost everything. Also, did you realize that whenever Queen Ramonda is vulnerable, she doesn't wear her crown? Just her with her glorious silver hair. Almost every emotion that was shown here by the key characters are raw and open, and I love it so much. And Namor was no exception. I can sense that he would be a fantastic anti-hero with his own agenda for his people. Kind of feel that he was a little bit overpowered though. He can fly, he has probably super strength. I think he does have that. He is a mutant, he can breathe underwater and out of water. But maybe that's what the MCU needed right now? Not sure. Yet I do feel I know him in a more personal level, since this movie tells his past brilliantly and shows his motivations rather clearly. Plus, we get some glimpse of the Mesoamerican culture, another similarity that Talokan have with Wakanda, a landlocked nation with great cultures. Finally, the plot twist. I did not expect Queen Ramonda to die. To be honest, I thought it would be like Okoye or maybe Baku. Like, maybe for other people it's obvious, but I always imagine her side by side with her daughter, especially when she's in her most vulnerable state. I mean, Shuri has lost her dad, her brother, and now her mother too. Anyone would agree that she would want to burn Namor to the ground. But then, M'Baku tried to be her big brother, which was a surprise to me as well. I always thought of him as the fun, annoying uncle, but it's good to see him all advocating and such. Then there's that post-credit scene. My thoughts were 50-50 on him. I'm talking about the kid, T'Challa. Like, I love that T'Challa has a legacy. But since this kid is also named T'Challa, does it feel like it's an easy way for Marvel to do a copy-paste? The actual T'Challa to this guy. I really hope that's not the case. Now, for my final message in this movie review, I implore you to watch Black Panther or Wakanda Forever, even with all of the spoilers that I already said. But I implore you to watch this. It will make all the suffering you had watching those some horrible Phase 4 movies go away, even just for a little while. You'll get a trip down memory lane. Oh, plus what would happen in the future for Wakanda. And I think this has a lot of promise. Let's just hope Marvel would make those promises actually come true. And that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this movie review. And if you do, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They are all in my description below. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you next time.